No, it's still not. Yeah, it's starting now. Okay, so what we will do is uh, we will just go through what we were learning in the last class. Okay, we were talking about chords, correct? So what was chords? Chords was nothing but when you play a
At least 2 notes at a time.
yeah. So when
At
you
least 3 notes.
what is
Three
it?
notes at a time.
Yeah. So you can either play one note like how we were playing just now, correct? Remember you were just playing this, right? So instead of that, if you play two notes at a time, okay, it becomes a chord. Or if you play more than two notes, okay, that becomes a chord. So how many notes am I playing now, Meghana?
Right now you are playing 3 notes, which is called a triad.
Yeah, it's called as a triad. Okay, so when you play three notes, that is called as a triad. So why is it called, what is the meaning of triad? Triad is like triangle, right? Three. So
Yeah,
bicycle is
three. Bicycle is a cycle that has 2 wheels. A
yeah,
tricycle is something that has a cycle that has 3 wheels.
correct. So same way, a triad, okay, is something when you have a set of three notes. Okay. Similarly, you have something called as a tetrachord. Okay. So when you say tetrachord, what is the meaning of tetra? Tetra,
Tetra means four.
four, right? So tetrachord means a set of four notes together. Okay. So these are certain words, terms you should be familiar with. All right. Right. So now we'll come to the types of chords. Okay. So you have a major chord, you have a minor chord, you have something called as augmented, diminished. So there are various types of chords. Okay. So the types of chords depends upon what are the types of notes we play in those chords. Okay. So today we will just go into the major chord or the major triad. So both these words are used interchangeably. Okay, right? So the meaning of a major chord is, so if you're playing any chord or if you're playing any triad, right, you will be playing three notes at a time. Okay, one, two, and three. So that went back to our concept of semitones, right?
I have a question.
Yeah, tell me, Meghna.
Is a major note like also like the major C note?
Major what?
Major C?
I didn't get you. What is that?
Major C?
What is major C?
Uh, is is major C also a major note?
No, it is like a C. When you say major chord, okay. So if you write it a C major chord, a C major chord will have a definite set of notes. Okay. So for a major chord, the distance between the first note and the second note will be four semitones, and the distance between the second note and the third note will be three semitones. Okay. So that comes to the question of what is a semitone, correct? So Meghna, can you tell me what is the distance between B and D? How many semitones make between B and D? So that is why was telling you you have to practice writing the keyboard chart, and also you have to not exactly memorize, But if you keep writing it, then you will get used to the habit of drawing it, and then you will be familiar with the pattern of the notes. So how many semitones, what is the distance between B and D?
Uh,
Can you calculate and tell me? You can look at the keyboard here also. See, you look at the B note, you look at the D note, and calculate the semitones.
okay. Is there two semitones?
No, you'll have
Oh,
to look.
not.
Okay, so where is the B? Where is the C note? How do you locate the C note, Meghna? Wherever there are a set of two black keys, right? The white key on the left is the C note, correct?
Yeah.
So where will be the B note now?
The B note will be the note on the right.
Right or left? B is to the
The
left.
right.
B is to the B will be left, right? Because you're going down backwards. This
It
will be
will be where semitone.
so this will be B, right?
Yeah.
And what is the other note we need to know? The note is, what is the second note?
D.
D. So where is the D note? D note will be to the right of the C note, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now we need to calculate the distance. Okay. So from B to C is 1. C to the black. What is this note, Meghna? What is the name?
It's a sharp.
Which sharp?
It's C sharp
C sharp.
and
Alright. Yeah. C sharp. And then you come to the D note, right? So if you want to calculate the distance between B and D, it will be 1, 1, 2, 3. Did you get that? So the distance between B and D note is, there are 3 semitones between B and D. Okay? Did you get that?
okay.
Yeah. Can you tell me what is the distance between F and A? F and A. So it is the same exercise. Okay. You look at the keys. Okay. Look at the notes, and then you calculate the distance. F and A.
So where's the F?
Where will the F be? F will be on the left of how many black keys?
The left of
Just like how C was to the left of two black keys. Okay. C. What is this node then? The one I am pointing at.
this is G.
No. What is after C?
Uh, that is E.
This one. What is this node?
You said it was C.
Yes. So what is this node then?
Say it louder. So that one is D,
Okay. This one will be.
and that E,
Okay. This one will be.
F,
Correct. So what was the first node we wanted?
F.
Okay. So where is the F node? F node is always to the left of three black keys. Correct? Okay. And what is the second node we want? We want the
A,
A, right? So this is the F note. What is this note?
is G, and then next note is A.
Right. So we want to find out the distance between F and A. Correct? Yeah. So now we need to calculate. So we have located the two notes. Okay. So now how do you calculate? From F 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the distance between F and A is how many semitones?
4 semitones or 2 tones?
Yeah, good. Okay. I'll give you one more example. This you have to tell me. We will calculate the distance between D and G. Can you tell me the distance between D and G?
So where is D?
You have to find out the D note and you have to find out the G note. You can look at your keyboard and calculate as well. Both ways are fine.
Okay. Is it 5 semitones?
Are you sure? If you are sure, you can tell me. I'm just trying to confuse you. Yeah, you're right. I was just trying to fool around with you. It is 5, right? It is 5. Good. So it is D and G. So you start from D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay?
Because if there's no if there's no sharp or flat between two notes, then each one counts as half a semitone?
There is no half a semitone. It's one semitone or two semitones. Okay?
Okay.
So between E and F, it is one semitone. Okay? Alright. So now we will construct the major chord. Alright? Right.